G'day y'all. Today I've got lots of decants. This is just kind of part of what I go through each month. I buy a bunch of decants in the beginning of the month and I just slowly get through them and smelling them, but I thought, why waste what could be a perfectly good video? So I've decided that from now on, I'm going to smell all of my decants that I receive on camera. I don't know why I haven't been doing that. I kind of just get them and then I smell them. We've got a few newer scents and then some of them were actually suggestions from you guys. So I'm excited to smell these. I've got 6 different ones here today. I figured let's not blow my nose up. Oh, before we start, I want to make this crystal clear. I do have affiliate links down in the description box for all of the scents that I talk about today. But I just wanted to disclose that. I want to be very honest with you guys. Whenever I use affiliate links, you don't have to use them. Obviously, you guys already know that, but it does help me if you decide to make a purchase through those links. It just helps support me and my channel so I can continue to feed my dopamine addiction and then film it online for your enjoyment, of course. Just wanted to make that very clear before we continue on in the video. See, that's not that hard. Why can't everyone do that? Sorry, no shade. I'm gonna shut up now. All right, I'm just gonna start out with the one I'm most excited for, which is Narcotic Delight. I talked about this in a video like last month, and I was talking about how excited I was for this one because the notes are very similar to Side Effect. I think the main difference was the cherry. So they've put cherry in here, you've got pink pepper, you've got vanilla bean as well. So you've got cherry, cognac, vanilla, black and pink pepper, tobacco, and hedione. So similar-ish to Side Effect, but you've got that vanilla, you've got cherry, which, what did I say, y'all? I said this year is the year of cherry. That's based on literally nothing, just vibes. All right, let's smell it. Okay, immediately differences to something like Side Effect. I should have Side Effect here with me, shouldn't I? Not as sweet. You've got more of a bitterness. Actually, probably not from the cognac. It might be from the cognac, but from the pepper in the top. This is a very clear pepper, both the black and the pink pepper. I actually really like it in this. It's very clear. It's not muddied up by a bunch of different notes. The cherry is not a sweet cherry. It's actually quite bitter. It's like bitter and tart, which I love. I was worried that this might be too sweet, but it's not. I love the addition of the vanilla. I feel like this is actually maybe more dimensional than something like Side Effect. Let me grab Side Effect actually. Oh my gosh. Side Effect is so much sweeter. If you're someone who maybe doesn't like how sweet Side Effect is, because I'm smelling it, it's quite sweet. The rum is super strong. Then maybe try this one. You've got pepper, so you've got more of that bitter, you've got more of that aromatic bitterness. And the cognac, it's just different. It's different from the rum. It gives a different smell. Got the smoothness of the vanilla. And you do have a sweetness, but it's not anything like Side Effect, really. You've got a little bit of a fruity sweetness from the cherry, but it's still pretty bitter and tart. Oh, I love this one. I love it. I mean, I love both of these, but I can see how someone might smell Side Effect and be like, it's too sweet for me. The rum is too strong. It's too much. How is the rum ever too much? I mean, come on. Okay, I really like this one. Narcotic Delight. Love it. I thought it would be more similar to Side Effect based on the notes, but actually, I think it very much stands its ground as its own scent against something like Side Effect with the pepper and the vanilla and the cherry. And there's a different, it's got booziness, but it's different. Now, I think the real test for me would be how long does the cherry last? Because as we know, cherry is just not a note that lasts very long, unfortunately. So this isn't testing that, but love the scent. Nothing sharp about this pink pepper. This is beautiful and aromatic. Now I have Side Effect all over my fingers. That's great. All right, the next one I have is Silky Woods Elixir by Goldfield and Banks. I keep meaning to do a dedicated video on Goldfield and Banks just because they're an Australian brand. I like highlighting local brands. So this is a new, I think this one came out this year as well. So the notes in Silky Woods Elixir, you've got fig, saffron, rose, balsam, orris, agarwood, Australian oud. Okay. You've got guaiac wood, ambroxan, clear wood, which is a synthetic note. Clear wood is like a creamy ambery note. You've got vanilla, musk, oak moss, cypriol, oud asafi. You've got 2 different kinds of oud in here. The most precious oud in the world. Oh my God. Okay. Well, I'm already shitting. All right, let's smell it. Oh my God. The wood is like so multidimensional. It's so, I feel like it's right here, like a freshly cut wood. It's like right here in front of me. There's so many, it's like leathery as well. It's okay. I smell the oud. There's like a tiny little bit of a medicinal property, but it's very small. It's still very creamy. It definitely is creamy, a creamy wood. The balsam is so strong. This is like in your face sap. Like to the max, 1000. Oh my God. This is like such a rich wood. I've never smelled wood like this. So this is unisex. I don't really get any sweetness, and any floral notes are completely taken over by all of these balsamic and woody notes. It's such a deep balsamic, but it's not warm. It's not necessarily warm. Like I feel like I'm smelling this and I'm getting lost in all the different characteristics of this wood. There's a little bit of greenness, there's an earthiness in there, there's a little bit of a freshness, like it's a wet wood. It's a lot. I will say it's very beautiful, but it is a lot. I feel like this scent is maybe a little bit intimidating. It is very rich and thick and heavy. I feel like this is just such a complex wood. There's so many different characteristics of this wood. It's got a leather facet. It's got a wet facet, an earth, like a little bit of a sweet earthiness. So super balsamic, like really in your face. So strong. I would be scared to wear this. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's lovely. I'm just, it's a lot. Listen, it's a lot. I would say this is not for the faint of heart, but it does feel very rich. This is one that I think I would need to spray on the skin. I'm not getting really any sweet notes. I'm not getting the vanilla. Ooh, okay, I'm undecided on this one. I need to test it on the skin. The next one I have is Dama Bianca by Xerjoff. Now this is one that was actually suggested by one of you guys. I'll put the comment up here if I can find it. It was a while ago and it's been on my list. I think she suggested it to me because she heard how much I loved iris, okay? And this seems to have a prominent iris note. So this is described as delicately powdery and floral. This classic white scent opens with zesty lime and Florentine iris, inviting the nose in closer to a heart of Egyptian jasmine, violet, and lilac. Exotic base notes of Indonesian sandalwood and vanilla beans from Zanzibar offer an earthy embrace in Dama Bianca. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like my nose is still a bit blasted from Silky Woods Elixir. All right, save me. Oh my God. It is like zesty and rich. The lime is not a super citrusy lime. It's actually quite powdery. It's a very powdery lime, which obviously the iris in there is doing a lot of that. There is a sweetness though, but it's very light. It's very dainty. I don't get a lot of the jasmine, but the lily of the valley, I'm smelling that. I'm smelling the violet. Oh, this is very unique. I don't think I've ever smelled anything quite like this. I've never smelled lime like this. It's like, it's such a sweet, earthy, powdery lime. It kind of almost gives like a lipstick almost. Kind of reminds me of like maybe there's a waxiness in there. Oh, it's very beautiful. It's very light and dainty and airy. And the powdery element is very clean. It's very clean and clear with that lime in there. Oh, it's lovely. Oh, I like this one. I kind of wish I had smelled the jasmine a little bit more. I feel like the jasmine is being very drowned out. I bet you this one's beautiful on the skin. I'm gonna have to test this one in the skin as well. I feel like I would really love this on my skin. That vanilla would probably really blossom on the skin as well. I do like this one. Not a love, but I do really like it. All right, I just had to step away because that Silky Woods Elixir is just, it completely blasted me out of this room. So you have been warned with Silky Woods Elixir. That stuff is no joke. So the next three I have are ones that I bought for upcoming video ideas. And if you can guess what theme I guess that these are for, then leave it in the comments. I've dropped little nuggets throughout my videos, little hints, so some of you might already know. So the next one I have is one that I've had my eye on for a while. It's Xerjoff's 40 Knots. This one is described opening with a sea breeze warmed by sun-kissed vegetal greens and cooled by the surface of the salty water. The bracing, nearly menthol salt note ebbs and flows throughout the entire dry down, which gets darker, woodier, and richer with emerging notes of coffee, cedar, and clove. The crisp green and salty beginning softens to reveal a woody, slightly floral heart. Okay, so we've got some saltiness in there, obviously. We've got some greenness. We've got a wood. I've been so excited to smell this one. I hope it's great because it sounds lovely. Oh my God, yeah, it's very, okay. There is a mentholic property immediately. It's a mentholic greenness immediately. It is unisex, but it makes it a bit masculine. I'm not sure it's something I would wear. Okay, I'm gonna keep smelling. There is a bit of a saltiness. It's kind of like dancing with the mintiness. But I'm guessing the mintiness gives the illusion of like a cool breeze. Is that what they're trying to do here? Because I kind of get that. I kind of get that effect. I get what they're trying to do with it. It has like that cooling effect on your nose. It is a very deep scent though. So it's got that bright mentholic property, but it's very woody. So it's got a lot of wood underneath. I don't really smell coffee. I'm waiting to smell the coffee. I get the clove. I get the cedar. I get the clove. It's not really spicy though. Okay, I think I'm getting a little bit of coffee now. That cedar and that clove is just so overwhelming though. You know what this is like? Being on a ship. You've got the cool, salty breeze of the ocean. You've got the wood of the deck. It's as if you are sailing the high seas. Was that hint too obvious or what? I like this. It's a little more masculine than I would like. I would like it if it was, well, I don't know if I would. I don't know how I would change this. Listen, I'm not a perfumer. I'm just a fucking person. I'm just some idiot on YouTube smelling liquid and describing them to you. I ain't shit, okay? Do I love it? It's so unique. I don't know if I love it. It's like nothing I've ever smelled before. It's like an experience. It's just you smell it and it puts you in it's like transports you. Listen, I get what they're trying to do with the menthol, but does start to teeter on aftershave. I think that's where it's losing me a little bit, but I'm assuming as you wear this and as it dries down, that mentholic property fades, I would hope. I would say that's where it might lose me a little bit. I like it. It is perfectly suited to the description. The name fits it very well. It's as if you are on the ocean who knows, you could be on a dinghy. You're on the ocean, on a dinghy, part of the ship, part of the crew. The next scent I have is Le Papier by Diptyque. I will be very shocked if one of you can guess what video this one's for. So Le Papier, described as ink soaks into a sheet of white paper, shadows emerge, worlds are invented. Le Papier celebrates the power of imagination, that moment suspended in time when ink, paper, and the hand become one. This encounter translated into perfume takes us into the heart of musk and its multiple facets. Musk evolves, changes, expresses itself over time and from one skin to another, just as ink saturates paper, assuming its texture to conjure up dreams and images. In Le Papier, white musks are delicately complemented by an accord of rice steam, evoking the grain of the paper. To these are added luminous notes of mimosa, while a backdrop of blonde wood tones ground Le Papier in the material itself. Well, that is all very immersive. All right, let's see. Oh, it does kind of smell like ink, like a pen. Oh, that is so cool. Okay. Oh, I love this one. Love. Immediately love this. Oh my God. The wood is like so bright. It's so bright and clear. I love the wood in this. Beautiful. The musk is also a little bit sweet. There's a little bit of a sweetness in the musk. It's got a little bit of it's like a sweet floral property in there. Like if this fragrance had a color, it would be white. For sure it would be white. This is so interesting. I definitely get a very ink-like scent. I really like the musk in this, and I'm very picky with musks. You guys know how I am. I'm very sensitive to musks. This musk is like a little bit powdery. It's a little bit sweet. It's very airy. It's not pungent and heavy. Oh, as it dries down, it just gets better. That wood really blossoms. I love the wood in this. It's heavenly. Oh my God, I want a bottle of this so bad. There is like a tinge, of a minty property. Like just a little bit. I think it's from the wood. There's a little bit of a balsamic quality there. But it's very light and bright. It's not heavy. Wait, I love this. Oh my God, I have to get myself, hold on. How much is a bottle of this? This is an EDT as well. For 50 mils at Mecca is $187. Maybe I'll just get a bigger decant of this. All right, if you guys can guess what video this fragrance is for, if you can guess the theme that this is going into, let me know. Oh, this is a perfect addition as well. Oh, I love this one. This is probably my favorite one so far. L'Eau Papier by Diptyque. This is my favorite so far. All right, the next one I have is Bloody Smoke by Lorenzo Pazzaglia. So I feel like the name kind of gives it away a bit what video this is gonna be for, assuming that I enjoy the scent. So Bloody Smoke is described as a fragrance of contrast. The opening is characterized by the juxtaposition of cool mineral notes, underpinned by the spicy nuances of elemi with sensual hints of jasmine and lily of the valley. On opening, the perfume reveals incense and scents of iron, buttressed by the salty nuances of ambergris deployed against warm and soft resin and woody notes. Swirly notes and hints, both challenging and provocative. Provocative? Spawn? Those are hints? Spawn unparalleled harmony. Bloody Smoke isn't just a perfume, it's a battlefield where the clang of swords become one with warrior screams. The smell of smoke mingling with that of blood. An epic battle for those brave enough to step forward and take up the gauntlet. Holy hell. I feel way too low class to even smell this. In fact, when I spray this, I'm gonna have to do it with my pinky up, like this. It's the last one, so I'm going ham on this. Maybe I should spray it on skin. Oh, very, very minerally and smoke. That's immediately what I get. The smoke isn't that strong though. It's kind of a smooth smoke, actually. It's not as bitter as I thought it would be. I smell the myrrh. There's myrrh in the base in this one. I'm definitely smelling that. It's like a sour balsam in here. There's like a sour balsamic quality. So very mineral, little bit of a smoke, but it's not too bitter and pungent. It's actually quite smooth. A tart, almost citrusy balsamic quality. So the smoke is actually incense. It's not, it doesn't say it's an actual smoke note. It says it's incense. So it's a little bit of a sweeter, tangy smoke. That mineral property is like really hanging on here. It is like blood on steel. It doesn't smell like blood though, it's just got a metallic property. So if you're worried about it actually smelling like blood, it doesn't. But it does have like that irony smell. You know what I mean? Listen, it's like a smooth and bitter mineral scent. So weird. It's very weird. You know what? I'm gonna spray this on the skin. I just want to know how different it smells. Oh, way more of that. Oh my God. Okay. On the skin changes the game, y'all. That is metal. That is straight up metal. Again, it's like there's like a citrusy tart property in there as well, which I'm guessing is it's just that resin. It's like it cuts through what might be like maybe a bit too harsh and bitter. So it's actually coming across to me quite citrusy still. This is so odd, so weird. This is like a knife used to cut an orange. That's what this smells like. Yeah, it's a knife that you've cut an orange on a wood cutting board. That's what this smells like. It's not really a super bloody smell. It has that metallic property. If you guys know of any bloody fragrances, it's hard for me to find like bloody notes anywhere here in Australia. I know of some scents, but they're just not available here. But if you guys know of some, please let me know because I am very interested in blood. I want some blood. Listen, it's not bad. It's so weird. It's so whacking weird. Is it a battlefield with clangs of swords? If a battlefield were maybe a kitchen with a bunch of chefs, maybe. I don't know. A very odd one. I think definitely worth getting a decant to see if you like it. It's just very odd. It's very odd. Not sure if I will include it in the video. I'll have to see how it dries down. I think even if I wanted to smell more, I don't think I could because I swear to God, that Silky Woods Elixir just completely blasted all 5 of my senses, actually. All right, if you enjoyed this, yeah, let me know. Do you guys want me to keep doing these decant smelling videos? Do you enjoy these? Cheers. Did I say cheers at the end?